Hi, welcome to Active Aging. My name is Danielle Procopio and I am your host. I am very excited today. Our guest is Joe Bleacher. Joe is a man who wears many hats, and I am very excited to talk about some of those hats, as I think that they will really benefit a lot of our viewers. Joe, so thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Danielle. It's honored to be here.
Oh, absolutely
Grateful. Thank you.
Oh, well, we're glad you accepted the invitation. So I know that you have your hands in a lot of different pots, and like I said, you wear a lot of different hats. So I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about who you are and all the different things that you're involved in. So where would you like to start?
Okay. Like you said, I am a man of many different hats. Right now, I am co-founder of 3 companies, Legacy Christian Home Care, Community Resource Coalition for Independence, CRCI, and HIT, Health Intrinsic Technology. So all those businesses have a common theme. It seems, recently, we seem to lost the plot with what business is about.
Yeah.
But like Shepherd of the Valley, you're very patient or client oriented.
Absolutely.
And all those 3 businesses, we're developing a culture where everyone has value, everyone is part of the team. And the trend seems to be coming more towards prevention in health. So we're really, spearheading those movements. With Legacy Christian Home Care, we've noticed that the quality of care is not there for the seniors. Mm-hmm. So we're going, no, we're putting the standard together. With CRCI, we do a lot with health and, that whole person wellness. And with HIT, I've actually developed a device for non-specific back pain.
Wow.
So that's going to launch, in the next couple months. It's been like 4 years developing this device.
You've been very busy, Joe.
Trying to keep up with you.
Oh, gosh.
It's not easy.
Well, let's start talking about Legacy, because I know Legacy is a new player in the market,
Yes.
and you provide home health care services, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
Is it strictly the skilled services, or are you also providing private duty custodial assistance as well?
It's mostly, it is all non-medical.
Oh, it's all non-medical. Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do companion care, personal care, the light prep meals and
Perfect.
and that type of stuff. And my partner there is Rachel Jack.
Okay. We love Rachel.
Yes, she's awesome. She's second to none when it comes to, her passion for, serving our elders in a way they deserve. Perfect. So I take my hat off to her.
Very good. So for our viewers then, Legacy is able to provide services in the home setting, wherever the home might be, correct?
Yes.
And essentially caregiver services. So whether that is sitting services or light meal prep or housekeeping. I know sometimes when we talk, we're so used to what it is we do that we forget sometimes not everybody understands what we're saying. So I just want to make sure our viewers know what type of service you provide, so that way if they need you, they can call you.
Perfect. Yeah. Like you said, it's all non-medical, so we do meal prep. We'll do trips to doctors or pharmacies or anything like that. We'll let the dogs out for you, do light house chores, companion care, and then personal care.
Perfect.
So,
and if I need your services, Joe, how should I get in touch with you or Rachel to set up an appointment?
Okay, two ways, 3 ways really. It would be on Facebook, Legacy Christian Home Care.
Okay.
Our office number is 234-759-3303.
Okay.
And that's our Armstrong provider. And also email rjack.legacychristianhomecare@gmail.com.
Okay. And what counties do you provide services in? Because we do have quite an area that's able to watch us. So I just want to make sure if we're calling the right people or calling the right area.
No, absolutely. And we are pretty spread out. We do the Tri-County area.
Okay.
But we also, we do Columbiana. A lot of where we're at right now is Columbiana.
Very good. Okay. So that's one piece of the puzzle. So now I want to talk a little bit about your device.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me a little bit about, I had no idea you were developing a medical device. I feel like that was a well-kept secret.
Yeah.
So that was a nice surprise to hear. So tell us a little bit about that device and kind of what you're expecting to happen with it.
Yeah. You know what? It's been 4 years, but I'm starting to feel, the ability to speak about it now, because it's been 4 years in design, in patent and everything like that. And you know what, Danielle? It all started with a dog, a squirrel, and a stick.
Oh my, that sounds like a great story.
Right off the bat. So I have a cross of the Labrador and a Shepherd, and I'm walking the dogs I do every day, and I went to take a step on uneven ground. He saw a squirrel, and my knee just
That was
went,
it.
and I had double meniscus tear. Well, I developed back pain because, I was favoring that.
Right, you're
strong-
compensating for that injury.
Yes, I was. And I kept walking the dogs, but I found this stick, and I thought, I'm just going to try a routine. So I started a routine, and I do this every single day, like brushing my teeth, less than 2 minutes a day.
Okay.
And when I got the back pain, within 2 weeks, my back pain was gone.
Oh, wow.
And then I do it every single morning religiously, because I know when you're in pain, when you have back pain, you're not concentrating on anything else. You're just thinking
Right.
about your back pain.
Absolutely.
And, you take a couple pain relievers, and then you're thinking, well, that's going to do it for now, but it's not really going to do it for long term.
Right, absolutely.
And how healthy do you feel taking painkillers all the time? You don't.
Yeah.
So this is a method, and it's aimed for older folks as well
Okay.
as professionals and sports athletes.
Okay, awesome.
So yeah.
So when is this device going to be hitting the market? When can we see it and demo it and hear more?
Well, I'm hoping we're just finishing up the last design, and where it's a benefit is it actually has a sensor, and it's a modular device.
Oh, wow.
So you could reconfigure it for different therapies. So if someone has
Cool.
a shoulder rotator cuff or a knee injury, so it could be reconfigured. It has accessories, so you could tie it into band work.
Oh, wow.
And I've spoken with chiropractors, and they love it because it counts repetitions. So it helps
Very
the office
cool.
flow. Yeah. So it does all that, and really, it's a new piece of equipment that will disrupt that industry, because the way of measuring in that industry will now change, because it's
Wow.
actually cloud-based as well. So it's a sensor, so it does range of motion, acceleration, repetitions, and then it goes into a cloud. So the person measuring with the stick or writing, that's going to make their office efficiency just
Very cool.
yeah.
You thought of everything.
Well, I have good teams.
Excellent.
Right.
If we want to learn more about the device, is there somewhere that we can go to read more or to watch for when it's finally out on the market?
Yeah, Facebook again,
Okay.
Health Intrinsic Technology,
Okay.
and that's really the best place for now.
Okay.
Like I said, we're finishing up some little bits that we have to, before we go, here we are. But we're going to do a beta launch, and we are looking to get it in the hands of people
Perfect.
that have back pain, so that we could, gain traction within in the market. So
Very good. And if I'm interested in being part of the beta launch, the Facebook page is the best place for me to go?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. Yes, it
All
is.
right. Very good. So that's Health Intrinsic Technologies on
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So hopefully some of our viewers might be interested and can reach out to you
I hope so.
on there. So I know the big part of why we're talking today is to talk a little bit more about the Community Resource Coalition
Yes.
that you've been such a big part of, and it's been exciting to be a very small part of that as Shepherd of the Valley. So I want you to tell us a little bit about what it is and kind of how did you come about? How did this whole movement really come about?
Right. That's another good story.
You're a good storyteller,
Well,
Joe.
thanks. I'm trying to keep up with you again. Right. So with the position I was in at the time, we were doing resource fairs, and there was one from Area on Aging at the Eastwood Mall, and my co-founder, director, Kelly Franco, was at the same resource fair and decided to head around the tables and say hello to all the people. And then she called me up and we said, okay, let's do coffee. And then it was like,
Sure.
it just blew up. And, with CRCI, the Community Resource Coalition for Independence, what we do, because it's important that, like you said before, we know all the lingo,
Right.
but not everyone does, and the people that need it the most don't.
Right, exactly.
So we decided to do two different things, and being independent in your home is important, having quality independence in your home is important.
Absolutely.
So we do the resource fairs, so we bring the message out to the population across socioeconomic, divides or anything like that. We make sure that everyone has the right information by bringing vendors to places like YMHA, HIPAA. We came here at the Shepherd of the Valley. And that way the people that need to connect, can. And also if they have questions. So a lot of times, when you call and you can't find the right, you have someone there right there, I have a question. So it's been so beneficial that way.
Good.
And so that's one of the things that we like to focus on is that knowledge to people on how to stay independent. And a lot of what we were working with is we've noticed, the providers as well, like we were talking about earlier, sleep, right?
No one gets enough
No,
sleep.
we don't, do we?
No, we take our sleep for granted when we're able to sleep, and then when it's time that we need it, you don't get enough
Absolutely,
of it.
right. And it's so important. And being healthy, that's extremely important.
Absolutely.
But, we're busy. We're busy. And so we noticed a lot of the people, a lot of the folks that really want to make a switch to health, making better decisions by having more information. So what we've done is create a vehicle as well, not only just for the resource fairs, but to create a vehicle for people, for, professionals that are looking to, understand those nutritional pieces better, or those sleep parts better, and how that affects you, exercise and mindfulness, and how being a healthier person, a better version of you, helps everyone around you. So, that's really the focus with CRCI. And, a lot of, when we did the event where you did your talk on mindful moments, that was a great event.
It was. Thank you for making us a part of it.
Oh, we're just so grateful to be, with you guys, because we have a lot of respect for what you're doing in the Valley. So.
Well, I think what you're doing is great. And I think, like you said, trying to be a better version of you, I think that's so important. And I think one of the reasons that CRCI has gained so much traction within the healthcare provider community is because a lot of these groups were kind of brought together, and it's not so much about us worrying about being better people as much as it is trying to get the word out about our businesses.
Right.
And so I feel like this is one of the groups that I've seen that has actually really put the focus on the community member and making sure that we are reaching our community with the information that they need. So in the event, like you said, that someone's looking for something or needs something, they can reach out to CRCI and you can connect them and make sure their questions are answered. But then on the flip side, the providers that have decided to become members and see value in this organization are getting a lot of value too. So you're taking care of both sides of the fence instead of it being, one way on the street. And I just think that is something that is really to be applauded. Because in a lot of times business just comes down, like we said earlier, to just being business. And I think this is really about being healthy and wellness for everyone, not just the consumer or the provider. And I just think it's something that's really different. And I love that about the concept. So.
Right. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, you get it, and that's so important because, with that movement that is happening, because it is a movement where there's so much more information out there about nutrition, about medicine,
absolutely.
how certain things affect us. And, from that flip side of health, again, and being that better version of yourself, with the new information. And what we found is like nutrition's over here and exercise is over there, mindfulness is over there, and no one's putting it together because it's all about putting it together because it's all connected.
Absolutely.
So, we are doing that conference on June 26th.
So let's talk to our viewers a little bit about that conference, because I want to make sure that they know some meaningful ways that they can connect to CRCI. And I know that you have events, like you said, that are kind of set up throughout different housing areas. So whether it's a senior high-rise or a senior living community, and I know you've participated in community events, but then another way that they're able to connect with you is with the upcoming conference. So tell us a little bit about the conference and what to expect, and who do we think needs to be there and who should attend?
Okay. Really, I want to start off with YSU, and they partnered with us on the conference.
Perfect.
And where we started to get more understanding through Dr. Tiffany Hughes and her personal assistant, Lynn Azar.
Okay.
And what they did, they joined us on the resource part.
Okay.
But what they have done is an experiment with Tai Chi.
Oh, wow.
So they went into a facility and they taught the elders Tai Chi, and they did statistics. And what they found is through that balancing and strengthening of the core and those movements, reduced the fall rates for seniors.
Oh, how fantastic is that?
Right.
And we know how devastating a fall can be
Absolutely.
for our seniors. A lot of times that's that first step in the loss to independence. And so any way that we're able to prevent that,
Yes.
that's critical. So I love to hear that there's community programs that are trying to
Yeah.
avoid that situation.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, we were kind of blown away because
Yeah.
you don't really relate the two, do you?
No.
But
You would never think of
you
Tai
wouldn't.
Chi for fall prevention.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
very cool.
Yeah, and that's really, we started to understand that those type of things do help people, and so YSU we partnered with, and we've partnered with substantial sponsors. Comfort Keepers, Avalon, Serenity Center, Shepherd of the Valley, British Homes Medical Supply, Salt Sensations, a lot
yeah.
of different.
So you have a nice group of wellness providers there, kind of all over the place. That's just great. Yeah.
Right, and that's one of the reasons for the conference is, like I said, we're trying to pull people together, just like we do with the resource fairs and that type of thing. If you want to know more about something in regards to nutrition, mindfulness, exercise, we have local experts that we connect you
Perfect.
to. So that's really pulling that movement together, and really where it's exciting for us for the first conference on June 26th at Kilcawley Center, and like I said, YSU sponsoring the room for us. They believe in what
fantastic.
we're doing. Yeah. So what we're talking about mindfulness, nutrition, exercise. So we're doing it where there's an expert, and these are all local people. So there's an expert on nutrition, an expert on exercise, an expert on mindfulness. So they'll speak,
Okay.
and then we'll do an activity.
Oh, fantastic. So it'll be interactive.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
Yeah, and it resonates with people once you're doing an activity.
Absolutely.
And we have an expert panel, a question and answer service session at the end.
Okay.
But it's for anyone who wants to know, more information on how to be a better version of themselves and it's so simple. I mean,
Yeah, it seems so simple, Joe, but in practice, it's very difficult. Like again, when nutrition's very simple. We learn it as soon as we start school, but sometimes making nutritious decisions can be difficult because of
Right.
time or money or whatever it might be.
Right.
And making the time to take care of yourself and exercise and taking that time for mindfulness. Sometimes we need reminders and we need someone to coach us through it. So I think that this is a great opportunity for community members to come in and learn a little bit more about how to take better care of themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's not just like, okay, there's a conference, that's it, we're done.
Right.
It's not that at all, because we have a plan for 30, 60, 90 days. So
Oh, wow.
There'll be that goal setting on the tables, for there's 240 people going to be there.
Oh, my goodness.
And there are seats available, so, we do want, people to take the opportunity.
Very good. So if I want to come to the conference, Joe, can I just show up that day, or do I need to pre-register, or what does that process look like?
Okay, it is on Eventbrite.
Okay.
We do have tickets also available.
Okay.
Physical tickets.
Okay.
But eventbrite.com, and then Empower, Engage, and Emerge
Okay.
in Wellness. That's the name of the conference.
Very cool.
Because we're empowering people with the knowledge, we're engaging them with the speakers and activity, and then they're emerging with making better decisions. And it's simple in regards to, like, green leaf spinach or blueberries are full of magnesium, and that's so good for your heart. And just introducing little bits into your day is already starting the way.
Right, makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to give up the pizza and the other stuff. We just put some good stuff in there, right?
That's right. Just have some blueberries on that side
There
of
you
the
go.
pizza there. Add spinach to it.
There you go.
We have some options.
There you go.
So if I'd like to register, how much is the conference?
Okay, there are VIP tickets, and
Oh.
yes, and the VIP tickets, they include your parking
Okay.
for the day.
That's right, because we do have to, YSU's parking situation is usually a paid parking situation.
Right.
I believe it's $5. Is
It
that
is,
okay?
it
So if
is.
our viewers want to come out, we'll make sure they've got $5 in cash for their parking. Okay.
Yes. So the VIP tickets are 157, but
Okay.
it includes the parking. It includes your meal.
Okay.
So we're getting Chartworth that is there.
Yes.
They're a really good.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job.
Yeah, yeah. So we're going to get clean dishes so everyone could get in the spirit of it. So it includes that. It also includes we're doing a VIP cocktail mixer the night before.
Oh, very
And,
good.
Yeah, that's at the Avalon Country Club
Okay.
in Howland. They're sponsoring that for us.
Perfect.
So that includes free admission to that. There will be like a glass of champagne as well as some appetizers. Then it gets you into the main area. We also have a Zen room where people, if they just want to chill out, they could go in there, and that's the presidential room. Also, it has, being part of the expert panel, and that's all the VIP. Normal tickets are 57,
Okay.
and that includes really your admittance into
For the day of. So
Yes.
no reception the evening before.
No.
And it won't include your parking, so you got to make sure you have your parking fees.
Right.
Does it include lunch, or is lunch going to be
No.
on your own? Okay, perfect. So
yeah.
for $57, we can get there that day. And then for, you said it was 157.
Seven,
Okay,
yeah.
for that VIP
Yes.
experience. So there's
Right.
two options there.
There is.
Very
there is.
good. Will any of the information from the conference be posted anywhere? Will I be able to check it on Facebook? So if I can't get the day off work, or if I'm tied up with my grandchildren or something along those lines and I'm not able to make it to the first conference, will I be able to find some of those resources somewhere?
All right, that's a great question, and we are looking to try to stream it
Oh, wonderful.
digitally. So if we could do that, then yes.
Perfect.
And there will be information on our Facebook page
Very cool.
about the conference.
Very good.
So yeah,
I'm very excited
Yeah,
for
we are
it. This will be
too.
it'll be a great first year.
yeah, we're very pleased, and we are doing some ticket special prices, buy one get one
good.
free. So
Cool.
if they go into Eventbrite, they can
Look for those promotions.
look for those promotions. Absolutely,
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned several different local wellness companies, it sounds like, that are partners for the event. So I know, of course, Shepherd, we're going to be there. And you mentioned, I think, Bar Youngstown and a couple others
Yes.
that I heard Bar stuck out in my head.
Yeah.
So will those vendors be available that day? So if I have questions, or maybe if I want to sign up for a membership or learn more about something, I'll be able to kind of talk with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, another great question. What we're going to do, it's going to be in the Chestnut Room in Kilcawley.
Okay.
We'll have the 240 seats that we're looking to fill. Around the side, the sponsors that have got the VIP are going to have their vendor tables
Okay.
inside where the activities are going to be.
Okay.
So, it's
They have premier seating, it sounds like,
premier
more
seating.
access to the
Yes,
people.
yes. And there will be vendors outside that
Okay.
area where the food will be served.
Okay. Perfect.
So yeah, there'll be plenty of information available, and like you said, the sponsors will be there
Yeah.
to share with everyone what they're doing in the community.
Perfect.
So yeah,
That's a lot of valuable information in one place that day. So hopefully
Yeah.
a lot of our viewers decide to take advantage of it and come out.
absolutely.
And there are still tickets, right? We haven't sold out yet.
There's a couple left.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if anyone's interested, they should probably check that out sooner rather than later.
Yes. Act
Okay.
now.
Act now before we
Yes.
sell out.
Right.
Well, I know that we're super excited to see how that first conference rolls out, and I know it'll be probably the first of many
Yes.
from CRCI. But I also want to talk a little bit about what the future holds for
Okay.
CRCI, because it is relatively new still yet, and I know that you and I had some conversations about maybe some of the things we're looking forward to. So,
Oh, yeah.
what can our viewers expect to see from you in the future? Where do you need help
Okay.
to grow CRCI?
Okay.
What's going on down the road?
All right. Well, that's another great question. We are taking it serious. That health
Good.
is being serious here, and like I said, we're spearheading the movement, but we don't want it to fizzle out. So what we're doing, in the future is we are creating a Valley Wellness Council.
Oh, wow.
So we are looking for people, to fill those spots to help spread the word on wellness. Another thing that we're doing to gain the cohesion we need with everyone, because one of our mottos are cooperation, not competition. We're all serving the same population in different ways.
Absolutely.
So what we want to do is create we're opening a chapter of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce.
Oh,
It'll be the first in Youngstown and Warren.
how fancy. I've never even knew something like that existed.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we want people to gain knowledge on, because when we did our research on it and found it, we were kind of amazed as well. We're like, oh wow, we didn't know that was out there.
Yeah, it sounds like a fantastic resource to bring to the community.
Yes, yeah, and a lot of the people that are dealing with holistic types of cures, or that would give them the opportunity to be part of it. And once again, like, we're trying to connect the people to the resource.
Right.
That's a gret way of doing it.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things we're doing. We always look for volunteers. So
Great.
anyone watching wants to be involved at the conference, they can volunteer for the conference.
So we are needing volunteers for the conference
Yes,
then. Okay,
yes.
very good.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to volunteer, they can get in touch with you there. And what other ways are you looking for help from the community, or anything else that maybe we can steer some traffic your way?
Well, appreciate it. We need help with making sure the message gets out there about the conference. We are doing it like the first one. We are going to do consecutive ones, and we want people to be involved. So everyone in the community, this is an opportunity.
Perfect.
For them to find out really what CRCI is about, see those bits and pieces of health and wellness, being a better version of yourself. Come down and join us and be part of it.
Very good. Well, hopefully we sell out very soon, right,
Yes,
Joe? That would be a
correct.
wonderful problem to have.
Absolutely. Yes, it would.
So if we have any providers that are interested in becoming an official part of the group, we want them to reach out to you.
Yes.
If any of our viewers are interested in coming to the conference, make sure you call soon, because it sounds like there's not too many tickets left.
No.
And as a consumer, if one of our viewers has a question about health or wellness or a resource that they might need, we want them to give CRCI a call and reach out. So what's
Yes.
the best way for us to get in touch with you, Joe, across all the different things we've
Okay.
talked about today?
All right. Two methods really. Facebook again.
Okay.
So Facebook and its Community Resource Coalition.
Okay.
They could leave a message or even a comment.
Okay.
And then email CRCIUS, as like United States,
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay. Well, I hope your email box is full.
Yeah, me
We'll
too.
keep you busy. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
here
you.
today. I appreciate
Appreciate
you,
it.
Joe.
Thank you.
Until next month, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.